p.m. Weather conditions mostly clear. Temperature 74 degrees. K4HOG.
Good evening, this is KI4LAH, Kilo India 4 Lima Echo Hotel. Does anyone need to use the frequency before I call the Friday free-for-all net tonight? And again, this is KI4LAH. I'll be net control for tonight's net session, which is March 14th, 2025. My name is Gene, Golf Echo November Echo, and my QTH is Lake Panasoffkee, Florida. This is an informal and general net for the purpose of RAG2, but also for trader's net or swap net, technical net, informational net, and any other purpose that we can help each other out. This net meets here each Friday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and while it is a directed net, we will keep it informal and enjoyable. However, all standard net procedures will be followed. We would like to thank the repeater owner, which is the WHOG County Amateur Radio Association, for allowing us the opportunity to use the K4HOG 147.030 megahertz repeater for the net. So let's get started. Please give your call sign, your QTH, and what section of the net you are most interested in, whether that be the trader's net, technical net, informational net, RAG2, or all the above. Please speak slowly. I'll acknowledge each call and then ask for the next one. Please be patient. We will get everyone logged in. At this time, I'm going to ask if the K4VEB, Vern, are you on tonight? Maybe not, or he'll join us a little bit later. All right. So anybody out there on RF like to join us here for the Friday free-for-all net, give me a call, please. KI4LAH. KK4IAF. KK4IAF, got you in there, Bob. Are you short time or are you just checking in normal?
No, I'm just checking in. I just turned the radio on and I didn't know whether you'd know we're taking short time or not.
I actually forgot to say short time. Anybody out there that is short time or mobile, you want to give me a call?
Kilo Charlie 4 Yankee Alpha Oscar. I will take this short time position tonight.
Alright, Jeff, anything before you take off?
Negative, sir. Nothing really to add. Everybody have a good weekend. KC4YAO.
Yeah, have a good tomorrow anyways. Looks like Sunday might be a little iffy. Alright, Jeff, appreciate it. Anybody else, short time or mobile? Alright, nothing hurts, so I'll go ahead and take the next RF check-in. If you're out there, give me a call, please.
Whiskey Victor 1 Tango Papa Romeo, resting village. Back to you, Chief.
And W1 TPR got you in there, Rusty. And to thank everybody who's out watching for the rocket to go up tonight. Alright, next check-in.
Whiskey 4 Lima Sierra, Wendy in St. Catherine.
Whiskey 4 Lima Sierra, got you in there, Wendy. Next check-in.
KX4RS, Bobby and Webster.
KX4S, got you, Bobby. Next check-in.
KD0 RIS, Gary and Bushnell.
KD0RS, Gary. Next RF check-in.
KC8 KZM, Bob and Wildwood.
KC8 KZM, got you, Bob. Next check-in.
KI4VLG, Joe and Inverness.
KI4VLG, Joe, got you in there, sir. Next check-in.
W9 Echo Alpha Alpha, Umatilla.
W9EAA, got you in there, Marty. Somebody doubled Marty, didn't catch you, so try it again.
Kilo 4 Delta Victor Alpha, Cal and Umatilla.
KK4DVA, got you, Cal. Next check-in.
NRY, Dennis, Grimbletown.
KN4NRY, got you, Jen. Next check-in. Alright, any additional RF check-ins out there for the Friday free-for-all net? If so, give me a call. Alright, switching over to All-Star and SWLing here, W1JEW. Jesse, you in there, sir?
Yes, sir. First time for sure for Friday night. W1JEW, Jesse and Bushnell.
Alright, Jesse, got you in there. And is there anyone coming through the NA4DA, the NA4DA repeater in Marion County? Alright, nothing hurts. One more call. RF, SWLing, All-Star. Anybody else out there that'd like to join us for the Friday free-for-all net? Alright, anyone have anything for the Traders Net portion tonight? Anything for the technical side of the net tonight? Alright, I'm on the informational side here. A few of us are going to be doing lunch tomorrow. It's a new Mexican restaurant in Bushnell. Then next Saturday, not tomorrow, next Saturday, the 22nd, don't forget the Zephyr Hills Ham Fest, down at Zephyr Hills, of course. And then one thing for this weekend, which I'm a tad confused on, I thought the weather was going to be bad Monday, but now they're saying Sunday, so anyways, we may get some little bit of rain or bad weather Sunday, I'm not sure. A little confused on everybody's differing opinions of that, so, but just keep an eye on the weather. Anybody else have any information to pass along? Alright, nothing hurts. So, Bob, KK4IAF, at the top of the ladder there, buddy. So, over to you, sir.
Good evening, Gene, and everyone on that. I agree with you what you're saying about the weather. Depends on who you listen to and what they're planning for Sunday. But anyway, enjoying the weather. I got a project on the go, but I kind of did a number on my back a couple of days ago, so the project isn't getting done very fast. Anyway, that's what all's happening here, Gene. I will turn it back to that. AK4, oh yeah.
Alright, Bob. Yeah, like I said, I'm a little confused on the weather part, but I know the city of Bushnell, city of Inverness was supposed to have their St. Patrick's Day parade Sunday, and they're canceled it. They're going to do it Monday. So if they're going to do it Monday, it seems like Sunday's the bad day. Who knows? Anyways, appreciate you being here, Bob. Look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. And let's see, Rusty, WV1TPR, over to you, sir.
Good evening, Gene. Good evening to everybody on the net. Had a fairly frustrating day today trying to fight with Vera FM, DigiLink, a computer, and a radio. So after watching a couple of videos, I got most of them done, but I still can't get it to work. So I guess it's another deep dive tomorrow. So that's about all I've got. Hope everybody has a good weekend. 73 to everybody. Back to you, sir, WV1TPR.
All right, Rusty. Well, just get a good night's sleep and go chase some balls tomorrow and relax and worry about that stuff next week. Appreciate you being here. And Wendy, WW4LS, that brings us over to you.
Good evening, Gene, and everyone on the net. It's been a good week for me, but I'm ready for the weekend. I can't wait to see y'all tomorrow at the luncheon and try the new restaurant out. Hope everybody has a great weekend. This is WW4LS, back to net control.
All right, Wendy. Yeah, I'm hoping they're good. I followed them or liked them or whatever you call it on Facebook there, and they're posting tonight. I mean, like the last hour or so, they've been posting there. I guess they have on at least on Friday nights. I don't know any other night of the week, but they actually got a Mexican singer in there and doing some Mexican music. So I guess if I wouldn't understand it, but I like the rhythm of their music. I just don't understand what they're saying. But yeah, I hope it's going to be good, and we're going to give them a good workout tomorrow and try it out. Let's see, Bobby KX4RS, good to hear you here after I knew what you were doing today, so I hope you had a decent day.
K4HOG.
Good evening, Gene, them on the net. Yeah, it was a busy day. Got a lot done here at the house, but I'm definitely tired and looking forward to lunch tomorrow. And then maybe a nice little relaxing motorcycle ride after lunch. So see how it goes depending on the weather. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm cross-banded. Sitting out here on the front porch and enjoying the beautiful night. Back to you, sir, KX4RS.
No, hear you fine, and cross-banding and enjoying the beautiful night and smoking a stogie and all that good stuff, right? I don't know if that rocket went up yet or not. I kind of lost track of when it was going up, but if it hadn't, you'd probably see it in a little bit. Gary might know if he hadn't got a hold of one of them Texas donuts anyways. KD0RS, over to you, Gary.
Thank you, Gene. Hate to tell you, but you're a little bit late. It's already gone up almost an hour ago. So the crew of 4, they made it up there, so now they got attached to the other thing. Get the other 2 out and bring them back home. So that's about all I have. So back to net control.
Yeah, Gary, like I said, I lost track of when it was. I know it said it, but I'm glad to know they made it up into space there, and they're going to be able to take care of business, hopefully, and get those 2 back home where they need to be. I know they're probably, in some respects, sad to leave up there because they've been still doing their experiments and all, but they need to be back with their family. All right, let's see, Bob, KC8KZM, over to you, sir.
Good evening, Gene. Everybody on the net tonight. Busy day, kind of working around the house, and I was working on my flagpole antenna. I did get it up, and it does work pretty well on the high bands from like 10 through 20. I can get the SWR down pretty low with the tuner in the shack, but on 40 on up, I can't really get it down low enough, so I'm going to try the remote tuner next and see how that works. But it seems to be working pretty good, except for that fact. And that's about all I got. So hope everybody has a good weekend. KC8KZM, back to the net control.
All right, Bob. Well, I'm sure that I have to work out a little bit more, but I have full faith in you that you will get it figured out and that do as good as you possibly can with it. That's for sure. And this is KI4LEH for the Friday Free For All Net tonight. All right, appreciate you being here, Bob, and see you tomorrow. And then Joe, KI4VLG, that brings us over to you, sir.
Good evening, Gene, and everybody on the net. I was out today and noticed some of those little pods that they have these critters, you know, the caterpillars that get out there and, you know, just sting you and stuff like that. And they make a little pod in a tree. It looks like made out of spider web material, but it's solid, you know, all around and really, you know, solid with the material. But anyhow, if you can get rid of them before they get out of there, then you can keep them from getting on your house and covering all that stuff. So been out there today and cutting down a bunch of limbs to get them down and burning them. So
to stop that. That's been my day. 73 to everybody out there. Count 4 VLG. Back to you, Gene.
All right, Joe. Well, yeah, if you can get them all, that's kind of the key there, I guess, to it, because I know them things make a mess, and they can definitely sting you and all that good stuff, but I don't know how you could get them all out of the trees, though. But I know Gil's dad, when he was with us down there in Webster, he had problems with them, and my sister over here in Rutland's got problems with them, so they are a nuisance, no doubt. All right, Joe, appreciate you being here, and guess we'll see you tomorrow as well. And then Marty, W9EAA, that brings us over to you, sir.
Well, good evening, everyone. W9EAA here, Webster. Today, I played a little bit around with T-Mobile home internet. Found out about a week ago that it was available here in Webster, so I ordered it. It came, installed it. So I will be shutting off SWLing. Instead of costing $165 a month for SWLing, T-Mobile is going to cost me about $50 per month. And the performance is just unbelievable. I'm getting twice the speed out of T-Mobile than I was getting with SWLing. Getting close to 400 megabits per second on T-Mobile. It helps when the cell tower is a mile away, which it is here. So I'm really happy with T-Mobile Home. That's all I've got, Gene. See you tomorrow. W9 Echo Alpha Alpha.
All right, Marty. I had to kind of chuckle when you said it helps when the tower is a mile away. It got you beat on that one. It kind of helps when it's 900 feet behind the house. Yeah. Hey, T-Mobile is, I mean, I've had a few hiccups up and down, and especially in the very beginning, but yeah, it's compared to all the other stuff, you can't beat it. You really can't. And they do make, supposedly, I don't know 100% sure, but they do supposedly they make an RV package now for T-Mobile too, so you can get a move with you, but you'd have to check into that one. Anyways, appreciate you being here, and see you all tomorrow. See Cal, KK4DVA, up over to you, sir.
Good evening to you, Gene, and everyone else on the net. Boy, Marty, you hit a home run with that on T-Mobile. And the tower's just behind the house. You don't get those every day. Sounds good, man. Kind of the way we felt when we went from SWLing to Spectrum. We got way more speed and a lot less money. So we're pretty happy with that. Just fine with that. We need 10 billion gigabytes of service out of here. Well, kind of a blah day to hear around here today, but it's doing some doodling around, and it just feels a little better to be moving than it is to be sitting around. So things are moving around a little better. That's about all I got. Wish everybody a super duper weekend, and maybe that rain will push itself off to Tuesday. You never know around here. Anyway, have a good weekend. This is KK4DVA. Back to you, Chief.
Hey, Cal. Well, thanks for dropping by, and yeah, we'll know what this latest round of storm's going to be next week sometime after it's done. Oh well. All right, appreciate you being here. And Jen, that brings us over to you, KN4NRY.
All right, well, howdy to you, Gene, and the rest of you fine folks out there. Greetings from the forest. 70 degrees, most pleasant evening. it was actually really cool to start the morning getting a chance to see that lunar eclipse and seeing the moon kind of this interesting kind of rusty crimson color. Yeah, that was pretty neat. I just happened to wake up around the time to get out and take a gander, and it was about mostly through. There was a little upper right corner of it. You could still see some of the whitish, so it's kind of neat. Neat to see. And an added bonus, I got to see a shooting star towards the end there. Happened to be nearby, so gotta love living out here in the forest. What else? Yeah, I got a chance to see the Dragon launch out of Canaveral a little bit ago. So even though it was in the daylight, it wasn't quite dark yet. It was neat to get a chance to see that. So that's kind of neat, and the mission to pick up those stranded astronauts. And what else? One more thing, I suppose. They got a chance to go on a bike ride last Sunday out here in the forest on one of the roads out here, and it was neat to see some. Now I'm running a blank here. I was on a roll, wasn't I? Well, there you go. This is what happens on a Friday free for all night. KN4 NRY.
Oh, mercy. Well, I'll say you're dehydrated a little bit, and other people might say you're climbing that ladder of aging. But we all go through that, right? It's like starting to say something, it's like, yep, that train just left the station without me. But anyways, you'll think of it later, as we say. But I appreciate you being here. Glad you got to see the rocket go up there and got to see the moon and everything as well. And you really are a well-diverse individual that just loves everything outdoors. So nothing wrong with that. All right, let's see, Jesse, W1JEW. This is going to bring us over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone on the net. I did catch the server earlier this morning when that dude from Czech Republic checked in. That was pretty cool. The takeoff of the Dragon rocket, the re-entry's the part that I really liked. I mean, he managed to put that thing right back down on the ground without a scratch. Absolutely amazing. Well, as you notice, this is the first Friday I've actually been able to check in. Our Friday night bowling league is over, and it looks like I may have to take a sabbatical from bowling for about 3 or 4 weeks. Messed up the right rotary cuff. Been bowling with a 14-pound bowling ball for years, and looks like I'm going to have to go to a wimpy 12 pounds. Anyway, that's all I got. W1JEW, back to net control.
K4HOG.
Well, Jesse, hate to hear about the rotary cuff there. The rotor cuff, that's some rough stuff there. And yeah, 14 pound down to Well, you know, they got those tennis ball launchers. Maybe you could come up with a bowling ball launcher. Yeah, I don't know if that'd work. I don't know if that'd work or not. All right, well, appreciate you being here, and glad that you're able to be here with us on the net tonight, that's for sure. And see, Jesse brings us to the end of the list there, and another one popped up here on All-Star Echo Link. Ed, KC2YPV. I'm going to bring it over to you, sir.
Good evening, Gene, and everybody on the net. KC2YPV here from Staten Island, New York. So, finally the weather broke, and we're starting to get some good weather up here. And the temperatures are starting to go up, so it's getting a little better. And right now I'm just sitting here watching the game and not doing much at all. Hope to wish everybody a happy St. Paddy's Day, and I hope you all have a fine weekend. And I'll send it back to net control, KG2YEV.
Alright, dude. Well, thanks for dropping by. Hope you all have a good weekend up there as well and get some games in, and hopefully this weekend storm not going to mess with y'all up that direction later in the week. Don't know exactly where I was supposed to go to, but appreciate you being here. Alright, anyone else out there? RF, I don't see anybody else All-Star Echo Link, but anybody RF-wise that'd like to join us here for the Friday Free-For-All Net, give me a call, KI4LEH. Alright, anyone on the net have anything further for the net? Need a recap on anything or anything of that nature? Alrighty, well, look forward to seeing some of you at lunch tomorrow, and then get down there, and then I hope the rest of you, hope everybody has a good weekend. Just remember the weather, I guess, looks like it might be Sunday, might be the bad weather day, so just kind of double check your weather and make your plans accordingly, and we'll go from there. Do appreciate y'all being here, and hope you have a good, again, a good weekend, and the following week there next week, and we will catch you hopefully back here on this net next week, and or ones in between. There's several of them to choose from. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close the net down now at 8:26 and return the repeater back to its normal amateur radio use and say good night to everybody. KI4LEH, I'll be clear.
Hey, Gene, what kind of download speeds do you see with the tower being so close? W9EAA.
Yeah, I don't think the speeds-wise, I don't think that really changes any for the tower being so close, but the lowest is usually around 400, and it's gone up as high as like above 800 for download. Upload's what kind of confuses me. It fluctuates quite a bit. Upload does, but the download, I'm running a test for you now for here, and this is with quite a bit of stuff connected to it as well. But you got to be happy with it. Let's see. Right now the download is 751.78.
Yeah, you're a little bit higher than I am. The distance from the tower makes a huge difference, especially on 5G. A huge difference. So that's why you're seeing speeds on the order of 6, 7, 800, and I'm only seeing like 400. W9EA.
Yeah, but it also, the more people, that's why T-Mobile they limit how many people can be on each tower. So they limit that for the more people that's on, like in the early evenings or whatever. Sometimes that's when it seems to slow down. Nighttime, never a problem streaming anything anymore. There's nothing, what you call it, Jen rubbing off on me. Yeah, nothing sits there and just keeps, spinning. It loads, it goes, it's nice, and it's not had any problems, and it does not go out when the weather gets bad. Like as far as like your satellite stuff, maybe not SWLing, but satellite TV and all. Every time a thunderstorm would come up, you'd lose what you're watching, you lose your recordings and all that. Don't have that problem with the way it is here with T-Mobile.
Okay, real good. Yeah, I was just curious. But all that makes sense. And next season, next fall, I'll start to think about getting rid of Dish TV. And we'll see what my options are with regard to T-Mobile or cellular or internet TV channel receivers. All right, Gene, let's go. See you tomorrow. W9EAA.
Marty, we use, I switched to YouTube television, YouTube TV. Now I just have the basic package. Now you can buy all kinds of stuff. You can buy the package for sports and the package for several other things, but I've definitely been pleased with them. And you can watch them on the computer, you can watch them on the TV, you can watch them on your phone when you're gone. You can watch it from wherever you want to watch it. And and one thing about T-Mobile is nobody told you, Netflix, at least if they didn't change that, Netflix, you get that for free. It's included in your T-Mobile internet package there. I didn't know that the first year I had it, and somebody finally told me about it, and been doing Netflix. So.
Yeah, I do know about that. In fact, about a month ago, I learned, or was reminded, that Netflix came with the T-Mobile subscription. So I loaded it on the TV, and it works just fine. Works just fine with SWLing, so I'm positive it will work just fine with T-Mobile internet.
Yeah, I think you'll be happy with it. I really do. All right, let you get, and then I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right, have a nice evening. W9EAA.
KF4LH, quit.
I like how you guys rub it in. If you're still there, Marty, I just checked. I can't get T-Mobile here at the house. I'm sorry, what's that again? Yeah, while you said T-Mobile on the net, I just figured I'd try it. And not available in my area. Yeah, that's what I was getting. In fact, I signed up to get a reminder from them when it did become available, and never got anything from T-Mobile indicating that was the case. On a whim, a couple of weeks ago, I entered our address here in Webster, and it said, yeah, it's available in this area. So their reminders don't work, so you might want to check every so often. Yeah, I'll do that. Like I said, I just checked a minute ago, and I also checked Spectrum too, just for giggles, because I know they're running fiber all over the county, but can't get that either. So I'm stuck with SWLing, which I did a speed test just a little while ago, and I was getting like almost 90 megs down. So it's okay. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it some of the stuff buffers. Gene's listening. That's the word he was looking for. It doesn't buffer very much if it does. So I don't really use streaming because I still, like you, I got Dish Network, and I don't plan on cutting that off anytime soon, even if I get another internet, company. But right now, I'm happy with SWLing, but that's all I can get. So it's a lot better than the DSL line I had a few years ago, that's for sure.
K4HOG.
Oh yeah, anything will beat DSL. We went through that phase back in Davenport, Iowa, and then went to fiber. So we've got fiber and Dish at the house in Davenport. Just haven't gotten around to get everything hooked up to fiber as opposed to Dish. That would save me $170 a month or thereabouts. So I'm going to have to look into that. We'll let you go. Have a nice evening. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. W9EAA. So I'm looking forward to it, sir. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. KX4RS clear.
Buffering. Similar to buffets, but buffering. Got it.
Yeah, but you generally don't have to wait that long at a buffet. That's another thing that's going by the wayside is buffets. I'm gonna miss those.
Yep, I imagine they'll be going to the wayside a little further. I guess they want everybody to grow up to be healthy, huh? Which is not a bad thing.
Sorry, I had to yawn. No, it's not. It definitely goes to your waist, that's for sure. But, yeah, I used to like the speckled butter bean. Well, then I went to Farmers Market. I used to love their, well, you know, we went there a lot. I used to love their fish for breakfast. It was good. I miss that.
The new place don't have fish for breakfast?
I don't know, they might. I doubt it. It's not a buffet, though. But, I tell you what, though, their breakfast is wow. I have to say it's probably one of the best breakfast places I've ever been to. At least what I get. I usually get one of their omelets, and it's just, I can't finish it. I mean, I get the omelet and usually grits. I usually finish their grits because their grits are just out of this world. And I mean, so are their omelets. I mean, they're really, really good food there. Well, at least what I've gotten. But yeah, and I normally can't eat all the omelets, so, but I do like their food.
Well, this day and time especially, it's, you know, the money that you are having to pay for restaurant food, you definitely want it to be good. That is not always the case, but you want it to be good.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but it is. I know me and my friend, like I said, every time we go on a motorcycle ride, which is almost every weekend. Not going this weekend with him. He's got to go. I guess he's going to Tennessee to pick up a new puppy. But we go there first, and then we try to find some place for lunch, but we're usually too full for lunch, so we don't usually get much for lunch, if anything, because the breakfast just fills you up.
So even with all that vibration and packing it down and all that stuff, you're still full, huh?
Maybe vibrations. Harleys don't, well, yeah, they do vibrate a little bit, but not as much as they used to back in the day, I can tell you that.
Well, no. way back in the day, you'd take a long ride and you'd be lucky to walk straight for a half hour.
Yep. Yeah, you have to go see a chiropractor, have your spine pulled out of your rear. Yeah. Even my Sportster was that I had years ago it vibrated pretty bad. Even the new one I got, I mean the one I got now still has a little bit of vibration to it. You sit in a red light, you can see the handlebars moving a little bit, but when you go down the road, it's fine. But it's actually a very comfortable motorcycle. When we went over to Bike Week, it's like, I mean, matter of fact, when we were coming home, we both got new seats on our bikes, and when we were coming home, we got to just a little bit outside of Leesburg. We both had to stand up. It's like, wow, hurt a little bit, but we rode all the way from Daytona all the way to there without stopping. So it's going to hurt after a little while, no matter what you're on. But yeah, they're comfortable bikes.
So you had to break in a new saddle, huh? New seat. Yep. Well, they've all come a long way since 30, 40 years ago, especially. But you know, the only problem is to have all the idiots on the road. So you just really got to be careful.
Question for Bob. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do got a new seat on it. Wasn't cheap, but it's a nice seat. So, did somebody double? If anyone else wants to get in there, go ahead. KX4RS.
Oh, that was probably me, Bobby. I had a quick question for you. You're talking about stopping at places to eat. One thing I added to my list, Pudgy's in Inverness. They're supposed to have one mean breaded pork tenderloin.
Pudgy's, huh? Man, we go to Inverness a lot, so maybe we'll check that out. Is it on 41 or 44 or where is it?
You know what? I'd have to look it up to see exactly where they're located. I've got a link here. Pudgy's Eatery. I'll look it up. Carry on.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we'll check it out. Like I said, we usually end up in Inverness or somewhere in Citrus County. Oh, anyway, back to you, Gene. KX4RS.
Yeah, you have to give it Wendy. I think Pudgy's is one of her go-to places over there. But yeah, it's on 41 South, like you're going towards Floral City. On the, if you're going south out of Inverness, it's on the right-hand side. So it's like a longer, like a strip center, the old western type strip center on your right-hand side when you're going south, and then Pudgy's is on the north end of that.
Okay, is that between? It's out. I think I know what you're talking about. It's kind of like a few miles south of Inverness, in between Inverness and Floral City.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've never been in there, but I know the strip mall. All right, yeah, cool. I'll have to check that out one day. Like I said, we usually end up going up somewhere, and we usually end up coming through either Crystal River, Homosassa, or Inverness. We seem like we always end up in Citrus County somewhere or another. I don't know why or how, but well, I know how. That's how we go, but I don't know why. But we just seem to end over that way.
Yeah, you just need to, before y'all head out, you know, I mean, I know that when you're riding a bike, sometimes you don't follow a map A to Z to whatever, but figure out about the areas you're going to go and research some of the little hole-in-the-wall restaurants and you know, make a trip there of doing that, you know, eat a lighter breakfast and then stop and enjoy some of the local cuisine. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good, but you know, that's the fun part about cruising around.
And then say hi, KN4NRY.
Jen?
KN4NRY, good, Jen.
Go ahead, ma'am.
I'm talking about food, of course, and my ears perk up. But yeah, I just discovered, I'm sure y'all already even know about this, but I just discovered a map, okay, of the diners and drive-ins and dives of that TV show. And yeah, that's kind of neat to be able to, there's so many, I had no clue. And I know it's just kind of, I bet it would be worth even a detour knowing where some of those stops are.
See if I got it. I didn't know they had a map. So they actually got a map for the restaurants that they do, Jen?
Yeah, I guess there's a website. I know, I just found out about it. I know the TV show's been going on for years. There, you know, it's probably, if it's even still going on, but but the premise is pretty cool. He usually does visit some hole-in-the-wall places. And so, yeah, I would just Google it, and, or the website, and then there's a map on his website for that. So it's just pretty cool to check out anyway.
Yeah, I've seen the show. It's Guy Fieri, I think he is. Yeah, I've seen the show numerous times. It's a good show. Yeah, I can check it out. I didn't know they had a map, though, but I'll check it out. So yeah, thanks. That's interesting. Normally when we go for a ride, we don't really have a destination in mind unless we're going, like when we went to Bike Week, of course. But other than that, sometimes we just go. We don't, like, hey, let's go up 41, okay, or let's just go up this road. Sometimes we just see a road and turn down and just go, you know. One of the funnest times to do on a motorcycle is to get lost. All right, I'll pass it back to you, Gene. Pick it up, KX4RS.
KF4LH. Yeah, getting lost unless you wind up on a nice sugary sand road with them Harleys. They don't like them roads too well. But yeah, but that is the fun part. You're just cruising around and you pass a little hole in the wall and you're not real sure about it. You just stop and check it out. And of course, as well as I do, as long as there's cops or firefighters or EMS or whoever hanging out there, it's either really cheap or really good, or maybe both. Anyways, Jen, are you still in there?
Yeah, that's probably a good rule of thumb. I think you got something there. But, yeah, I'd say that goes for a bicycle, too, not just a motorcycle. Of course, it just takes longer to get there. Oh, boy. But, yeah, there's a few hole-in-the-walls in the forest coming to find and things like that, so it's true. I remember the old, you were mentioning that the Webster Country Buffet. I guess you said it used to be called the Butterbean, or that's great because I remember it was something else before it closed, like this country restaurant maybe or something that like that. But I remember going in there for lunch a few times. This was a few years ago when I first started in Sumter, and man, was it good. And not only was the food good, and the salad bar was awesome, and the fried chicken and everything was great. I really enjoyed it, but I loved the folks that ate there too. It was like genuine, bona fide Florida cracker cowboys with their boots and spurs and all. It was great. So I do kind of miss that atmosphere. KN4 in our.
Yeah, I'm back in the house real quick. Make sure I got it. Yeah, it used to be called Speckled Butterbean years ago, and then they shut down, and then it became the Farmers Market, and now it's the Florida Cracker. But good restaurant over there in Webster. Good food. We really enjoy it. Definitely have good food, I think, anyway. But we've been to a few places that's got pretty decent food. Like I said, though, normally we don't eat a whole lot of lunch, but a lot of times we'll stop down there at Coney Island in Brooksville. One of the rides we left Florida Cracker in the morning, went all the way up to Dunellen, came all the way back down, all the way through the back roads, came out to Brooksville, got a hot dog at Coney Island, and then came home. By that time, it was almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's a good day. Go ahead, Gene.
Yeah, KF4LH. Well, guess who's eavesdropping on us? KQ4HOX Anna, N7CJC Charles, and KO4KRC Joey. Good to see all three of them in the same All-Star or Echo-Link mode there, but I don't always see if they want to join in on the fun here and see if anybody's out there. Hey, let's start with Pops, because he seems to fall off the grid too many times there. So Charles, N7CJC, are you in there?
Hey Gene, how's it going? N7CJC, Charles.
we're just enjoying Joey and Anna's company, and we would have got on earlier, but I guess changing the clocks messed us all up on what time the net started. So anyway, I hope you're having a good night, and we'll pass it back to net control on 7CJC.
K4HOG.
Charles, really no net control now. We're just rag chewing a little bit, but yeah, I'll give you a break. You old school, I'll give you a break. But Anna and Joey there, they got alarms they can set on their cell phones and remind them. But so let's see, Joey, KO4 KRC, if you're all are all three of y'all under the same roof and all three of you on SWLing?
Both of those statements are correct, Mr. Gene. We are all under the same roof, and yes, we are all on SWLing. Anna and I were outside playing some basketball. We had a later dinner, so we were trying to get in some exercise and do something to digest before we came inside for the night. But I'm glad we caught you on like the tail end of, I don't know if y'all are still doing the net. But yeah, we're all here together for a couple of days before Anna's got to go back to work, and I got to head back to Texas. But I hope you're doing well, Mr. Gene, and anyone else that's out there listening. And I'll let you go ahead and see if Anna's still on. I think she is. But I'll pass it back to you, Mr. Gene. KO4 KRC.
All right, Joe. Yeah, the net was kind of short tonight. Only 14 people tonight. I don't know what everybody was doing, but I'm sure they'll have the same excuse that the time change messed them up. Time change was last weekend. Good grief. And last but certainly not least, and more pleasurable to talk to than you two, Anna, KQ4HOX.
Good evening, Mr. Gene and the rest of the net. It's nice to hear from everyone, and nice to be under the same roof as everyone. It's funny that we're all on the same time, but it's something we enjoy doing, and we're happy to hear from everyone. And of course, I'm happy to be in town. We spent the day at Top Golf today, and then spent some time with Joey's grandparents. So that was a really nice day, and the weather is perfect. So I am a happy camper. It's nice to hear from everyone, and I hope y'all have a good night. This is KQ4HOX. Back to you, Mr. Gene.
All right, Anna. Yeah, I'm glad that y'all got some time together there, that's for sure. If you could work on your future father-in-law, get him to put in a real radio in that place and an antenna up, you know. You know what I mean, Charles? But anyways, glad y'all are together, glad you're having a good time, and enjoy your weekend there. And I guess I'll throw it back over to Jen if she's still here, KN4NR1.
Yeah, still here from Scrambletown. Yeah, good hearing everybody in there. It's kind of funny, we had having this rag chew going on. Of course, it started out with food and me jumping in and bringing it, you know. Gotta love all the topics we bring up around here. But yeah, I wanted to put a fill in too from what I said earlier about going on a bike ride last weekend and the creature I got to see, which I don't know why I went blank, but I did. And but it came to, and it was seeing some scrub jays. And I know I don't see them too often, and they're kind of rare, and I out here anyway, and so it was neat seeing them, and it was 4 of them too, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, I hope everybody has a great weekend out there. KN4NRY.
All right, Jen. Yeah, I hope you have a good weekend too. Back to you, Gene, KX4RS.
All right, Bobby. Yep. Well, I guess I'll say 7-3 myself too. Getting on up there about 9 o'clock, huh? I hope you have a good night, and then I'll look forward to seeing you at the New Mexican place tomorrow. I don't think they do music on lunches, but we'll find out. It's okay with me if they don't, but anyways. But and they do hamburgers. I did told the lady there that we probably have a few people that wouldn't show up because they don't like Mexican food. They only eat hamburgers. And she says, no, we got hamburgers. It's the only thing our son eats. So it's called a Jimmy burger. It's on the menu. So maybe Gil will show up tomorrow. Hopefully. I don't know. He's probably listening in, but anyways, hopefully he'll show up tomorrow and have him a hamburger. All right, all of you have a good night and a great weekend. Best you can. Watch the weather on Sunday, of course. And see some of you tomorrow. KI4, LEHLC 739.